Ever type something into Google and wonder, how on earth did these websites end up at the top?
Right.
Like, what's the secret sauce? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of SEO.
Search engine optimization.
Exactly. To uncover what makes certain websites reign supreme in the vast digital landscape.
We've got some really interesting sources to dig into today, including excerpts from a master's thesis on, well, SEO techniques.
Juicy.
It is. And we've got a fascinating look at AI's role in digital marketing, plus a practical guide to building effective marketing plans.
So it's like we're cracking the code, not just of SEO, but of the whole online marketing game, really.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
Okay, so let's start with this master's thesis.
Sounds good.
It really delves into the nitty-gritty of SEO, breaking down how specific techniques influence where a website ranks on those Google search result pages.
And that focus on Google is super important because, let's be real, Google is king when it comes to search engines. So this thesis gives us a really deep academic look at what's really going on behind the scenes.
Way beyond your average blog post, right?
Absolutely. This is the real deal.
One of the things that just blew my mind reading this was how many web pages Google is sifting through constantly. We're talking billions upon billions. It's like trying to pick out one specific grain of sand on a beach that stretches across the globe.
That's a great way to put it. With that in mind, it's easy to see why nailing SEO is so important.
Absolutely crucial.
Google's like this super-powered librarian sorting through this colossal digital library 24/7
Non-stop.
to deliver the most relevant and valuable content to its users in like milliseconds.
It's incredible how fast it is.
It really is.
And that brings us to, I think, a pivotal moment in internet history, the birth of Google's PageRank algorithm.
Right, a total game changer.
Now, this algorithm changed everything.
Completely revolutionized SEO.
So how does it work? For those who don't know, break it down for us.
Basically, PageRank looks at how many other websites are linking back to your website.
Okay.
And not just the quantity of links, but the quality.
So it's not just about getting any link.
Exact.
Got to be a good link.
You want links from websites that Google already considers to be authoritative, trustworthy, relevant to what you're doing.
So it's like if you get a recommendation from, say, a renowned scientist.
Right.
That's going to carry a lot more weight than a recommendation from, someone who just started dabbling in their basement.
Exactly. A perfect analogy.
And this actually reminds me of a case study highlighted in the thesis. The story of JCPenney's backlink.
Oh.
Well, we'll call it blunder.
Oh, yeah, the infamous JCPenney situation. A classic cautionary tale in the SEO world.
What happened? They tried to, game the system.
Basically, yeah. Back in the day, they went on this massive backlink spree.
Thinking they could trick Google.
Exactly, into thinking their site was way more popular and authoritative than it actually was. Well, it backfired big time. They focused on quantity over quality, racked up tons of backlinks from, totally irrelevant, low-quality sites.
So Google caught on.
Oh, yeah. Google's algorithms are smart. They can spot those shady tactics a mile away. JCPenney got hit with a penalty. Their rankings plummeted, and it took them a long time to recover.
Ouch. A hard lesson to learn.
Definitely a reminder that trying to outsmart Google is usually a losing game.
It's about playing by the rules, building for the long haul.
Exactly. Slow and steady wins the race, especially in the world of SEO.
It really makes you appreciate just how far SEO has come since, the early days of the internet.
Oh, for sure. The early days, talk about a different world.
Seriously.
Our master's thesis actually delves into that history a bit.
Oh, cool.
Traces it back to the dawn of the World Wide Web.
Back when we were all on dial-up.
Exactly, and those agonizing rates for a single page to load.
Ugh, the memories. And you practically needed a computer science degree just to navigate it all.
Right. Those early search engines like Webcrawler, Yahoo, they were like the pioneers.
Blazing a trail through the digital wilderness.
Exactly. Back then, SEO was, well, it was a whole different ballgame.
People were trying all sorts of crazy tactics.
It was the Wild West of SEO, for sure.
Keyword stuffing, like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, yeah, just cramming keywords in wherever they could fit.
And then there was that thing, trying to exploit alphabetical listings.
Right. If your website name started with AAA, you were golden.
It's amazing how much things have changed.
It really is. But then Google came along with PageRank.
A total game changer, like we talk about.
Completely shifted the paradigm. Suddenly, it wasn't enough to just game the system.
You actually had to have good content.
Exactly. It was about creating a user-friendly experience, providing real value to your audience.
Which leads us to the modern SEO landscape.
Right. Where things get even more interesting.
Because it's not just about keywords anymore, is it?
Not at all. Our marketing plan guide really emphasizes that. It talks about the importance of a strong, unique selling proposition, or USP.
Your USP. Okay, so that's like what makes you stand out from the crowd.
Precisely. Why should someone choose your website over the millions of others out there?
You got to have that special something.
Exactly. And a strong USP goes hand in hand with high-quality content.
So it's not enough to just have keywords sprinkled in there.
Nope. Content is king, as they say. It needs to be engaging, informative, provide solutions to people's problems.
Content that really resonates with your target audience.
Absolutely. And that's where things get really exciting because now we've got AI stepping into the digital marketing arena.
Right. Our AI marketing PDF really dives into that.
And it's fascinating stuff. AI is like having an army of digital assistants working behind the scenes on your marketing.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, AI can analyze massive amounts of data, way more than any human could handle.
Right.
And it can personalize content for each individual visitor to your website. Incredible stuff.
Wow, so you mean like if I'm interested in, say, vintage cameras?
Exactly. AI can pick up on that and show you content specifically related to vintage cameras.
That's pretty amazing. And a little bit creepy, but mostly amazing.
It's true. AI can feel a bit Big Brother-ish sometimes, but for marketers, it's like having superpowers.
I can see that. So AI can personalize content. What else?
It can automate those tedious, repetitive tasks that marketers often have to deal with, freeing up time to focus on the more creative stuff.
That's a huge plus. Time is money, after all.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. AI can actually help predict future trends.
How is that even possible?
By analyzing all that data, AI can spot patterns and make predictions about what's coming next.
So it's like having a crystal ball for your marketing.
Kind of. It's not perfect, of course, but it's a powerful tool for staying ahead of the curve.
It's like having a secret weapon in the digital marketing battleground.
Right, and it really highlights how much potential there is these days to create really amazing experiences online.
Totally. So with these powerful SEO strategies, great content, and AI tools in the mix, you can really make a splash.
Absolutely. You can attract visitors and, more importantly, turn those visitors into loyal fans.
That's the dream, right? Build a community around what you do.
Exactly. So as we wrap up our deep dive here, I think it's important to remember that SEO is really about finding a balance.
What do you mean?
It's a balance between the tech stuff, the algorithms, all that, and, well, the human element.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't forget about the people on the other side of the screen.
Exactly. So yeah, understand how those algorithms work, but always keep in mind the people you're trying to reach.
It's about making that human connection.
That's what it boils down to. Building trust, providing something valuable.
Being authentic?
Yes. Think of it less like optimizing for search engines and more like optimizing for humans.
I like that. So at the end of the day, when you really focus on giving your audience a good experience,
engaging content, valuable information, all of that.
the SEO success will come naturally.
It's more likely to, for sure. Because you're playing the long game, you're building something sustainable.
You become a go-to resource, an expert.
That's the goal. That's how you make it in this digital world.
Not just survive, but really thrive.
Exactly. And that's what we want for everyone listening.
To not just keep their heads above water, but to really ride those digital waves.
Exactly. Use these tools, understand your audience, and build something amazing.
Love it. Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive.
This was a good one.
I agree. But before we sign off, a final thought for our listeners to ponder.
Always.
How can you take what we've talked about today and not just boost your website's visibility, but create something truly impactful online?
A space that resonates with people, a space that makes a difference.
Something to think about.
Until next time, happy optimizing, everyone.
See you next time.